Hey guys, it's Girl Got Game, and welcome back to Steam Prison. Today we are starting the sassiest of the boys. Well, him and Adagio are pretty close, but I think he may still be the sassiest. Is Ulrich's route. I'm very excited. We're going to be spending more time in Liberalitas, so yeah, should be a good time, I'm hoping. But anyway, I started in the depths. I did all the same choices up to this point. This is when we first run into Eltcreed. And I thought, you know, we should pick some different options here, just to see what is different. Maybe it'll affect Cyrus's view of him. I don't know. So, as you can see, last time we were like, how curious. And this time, I'm going to say that he didn't look like a criminal to me. And we'll see what our boy here has to say about that. Oh yeah, I also can't wait to see if our dialogue box is going to turn green for Ulrich. That's going to be amazing. I'd only seen him for a moment, but he had seemed like aristocracy to me. Certainly not a criminal. He looked more like the type who's the victim of a theft, but parading around so ostentatiously suggested he was confident that he wouldn't be robbed. Perhaps the abduction rumors were not unfounded. I can't make a decision on this yet. One way or another, I should be careful. Thanks for the warning, Merlot. You're welcome. Okay. We should be able to skip again. So, we'll fast forward until we see our boy, and then we'll make a hard stop, hopefully. Should actually have my mouse here, in case... this is soon. We're gonna run into our boy for the first time soon. I don't want to miss any sassiness. Oh, this is when... Okay, it's soon. She runs into the hounds. It's like, I don't want your food. I'd rather starve. Okay. Come on, go to your alleyway. Alright, our girl's getting confused. Let's meet our boy. This is the perfect time to meet him. The stink was revolting, but it was much quieter than it was on the main street. I leaned against a wall and breathed deeply. I wish I could find some food somewhere. One should not eat food lying around, but even that was beginning to sound attractive. If there had been food on the ground in front of me, then I would have been tempted to eat it. I'd rather not do that. Water? I strained my ears. It was faint, but I could hear the sound of flowing water. As soon as I realized that, my thirst took immediate control of me. Something to drink would be fine for the time being. I just needed one gulp. Something to drink. Anything in my mouth. Anything in my stomach. My urge to drink grew irresistibly. Ah, there it is. The stream followed the walls of the buildings. It was too shallow to even scoop up by hand. I had to bring it to my mouth some other way. The water was visibly murky. I hesitated to touch it. But the times were too desperate to be picky. I had to do something. I have to change myself if I want to survive. I steeled myself and went down on my knees. My mind rejected my body's desire for this water. I didn't want to touch it, much less drink it. No, I have to drink it. Wasn't I starving? Didn't I want to fill my empty stomach? Don't worry. Nobody's watching. You just have to take one gulp and that's it. I slowly leaned forwards and brought my mouth closer to the dirty stream. There he is.
Don't drink that. You'll wreck your stomach.
So close. I looked up and saw a boyish-looking man standing right in front of me. It startled me so much that I fell backward, sitting down hard.
Don't be so jumpy.
He stood up. I'm so excited. I can't tell you guys how excited I am for this.
Are you stupid? If you drink that, you'll definitely get sick.
He retrieved a small water skin from his bag and offered it to me. Is that... It had been made from the stomach of some animal I couldn't identify. Oh, so there are still animals around. Okay. The skin was small enough to fit comfortably into someone's hand, and the opening was closed tight.
Water. You're thirsty, right? You can have mine.
Yours. I remember that this got us an up with him, so we're gonna pick it again. Thank you. I took the water skin from him, and his eyebrows twitched ever so slightly.
Huh. I didn't expect that. I thought you'd be a tougher nut to crack.
Well, might be able to say the same about you soon enough. Tougher nut?
Yeah. I thought you'd grumble or suspect me of foul play.
Perhaps I would've if I weren't in mortal danger. The water skin was heavy. It was only after I opened the lid that another thought occurred to me. Who are you? Why are you helping me?
My name's Ulrich. The water skin is an investment. That's all.
An investment?
Yes. You don't know me, but I know you quite well.
Ulrich gave me a cunning smile, his voice taking on a sing-song timbre.
Your name is Cyrus Testella. You were born in the Heights. You used to be a rank 1 police officer, and you were sent here once on an observation mission. Right?
Why do you know that?
Why? When you were here on your observation, you clashed with the hounds, didn't you? Drew a sword? Fighting with a sword is way behind the times, you know. It's hard to even call these dumb sticks an anachronism anymore. Guns are where it's at these days. If you learn to shoot, even women can deal solid damage.
Who is this guy? Are you gonna teach me how to shoot a gun? Because I'm okay with that. I drank his water as I listened. I couldn't ignore his jabs, though. Apologies for being behind the times.
Huh? Did I badmouth your swords? Don't assume my meaning. Anyway, my client is interested in you and would like to hire you. You're looking for work, right? This should be perfect.
My answer's no.
What? Why? Actually, why won't you even hear me out?
No way. This is super suspicious. Besides, how do you know that I'm looking for work? Huh? It happened in an instant. I looked away for the briefest moment and Ulrich vanished. What just happened? I looked all around me, even up at the rooftops. He was completely gone. I couldn't even hear footsteps. Did I dream that? Had I fallen asleep in broad daylight? Feeling nervous, I looked down. I was still holding the rather heavy water skin. It must have happened if I still have this. That led me back to my original question. Where had he disappeared to? It was as if the earth had swallowed him. Ulrich, huh? What a strange guy. Well, I was just grateful that my thirst had been quenched. Oh, just you wait till we get to the end of his route, girl. Wink. I was irritated by Ulrich's sudden exit, though. I tied the water skin to my hip, unable to thank its owner for the loan. Well, you will just have to return it, won't you? So let's skip ahead to that. I know we run into him again when he offers us a job, but I think we're going to solitary confinement for the time being. So we'll just rush through that. Hey, Saxon. We gonna team up again? Oh, hi, Finn. Wait. It occurs to me, I don't think this happened our first time through. No. It couldn't have. Because I was excited when we got to see Elkcreed's point of view for the first time. And then was like, oh, we also get to see Finn. This is new, isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna do the dots. Try to skip. If it doesn't skip, we're gonna continue. Alright. Can't skip! This is new! And this is why you go back, boys and girls. So he's still with the police, it looked like from the picture. The day had come at last. I was officially beginning my placement with the hounds. Oh, it's the first day down here. Okay. That I was being sent to the depths was a source of dismay for my family. None of them had come to see me off when I'd left to come here. Rude. This time I made the journey on my own. I looked around. Cyrus wasn't there. I had to look for her. Cyrus to Stella was more important to me than my own family. She must have looked out on the same landscape from the same spot. I wondered what she had felt. It must have been painful to be exiled. I wondered whether she'd been thinking about me. I want to see her. The wind carried my whispers away on the damp air. We're both here in the sanctuary district now. I'll be able to find her. That ray of hope gave me comfort, and I touched my hand to my sword hilt. My sword was one of the few things I'd been permitted to bring into the depths. That reminds me of something. It was back when we'd been partners for just a year. It's our girl! This is so wild. We're just in the common route and we're getting new stuff because it's our second time through. I gotta start from the beginning every time, otherwise I'm gonna be paranoid about missing things. I kinda love it though. I'm sorry you have to accompany me until so late in the day. No, don't worry about it. I enjoy talking with you. I'm just happy being around you, Cyrus. I glanced over. She had a spring in her step. Your enthusiasm over swords surprises me. You're so knowledgeable about them. It's not what I'd expect. Yeah, swords are really cool. You like swords because they're cool? Yeah. Is that strange? No, it's not strange, but... What? What's so funny? She looked adorable when she blushed. I knew I shouldn't laugh, but couldn't stop myself from at least smiling. It's really cool seeing facial expressions for our girl. Liking swords because they're cool. It just sounds like something a boy would say. I suppose I can't argue with that. My mother told me the same thing once. Cyrus put one hand on her sword hilt. Well, what can you do? You just like the things you like. Yes. You like what you like. It is how it is. Frankly, I'm jealous of the sword. Oh, that I could be a sword in your hand, that I may touch your hand. Trying to Shakespeare this somehow, it's not really working. If swords were what made her happy, then it made sense that she wanted to talk about them. I could do the same thing on the subject of Cyrus herself, but there's nobody I could talk to about her. My feelings for her are against the law. I can never talk about them. I've been with her for so long already, and yet she still surprises me. Perhaps it wasn't so strange that she still surprised me after a year, but whether that was true or not, I was happy whenever I learned more about her. Learning more about her is all I can do. the love of my life was betrothed to someone else. I'm so close to her, and yet I can do nothing. I begged my father to buy me the sword for my 13th birthday. You can talk on and on without knowing how I feel. It's incredible. I smiled wryly and listened to her. 13th? Was that when you started learning how to duel? No, I started that at 15. My parents were afraid I'd make trouble before I graduated from school. Cyrus laughed, obviously thinking the veiled accusation from her parents was ridiculous. My father wanted my sword to be a good one. He had a blacksmith forge a bespoke blade for me. When I first got it, it was too large for me. I had trouble even drawing it. Now it feels like an extension of my arm. Cyrus was 17 when she'd said that. She'd had the sword for 4 years. Wow, I really am jealous. Why am I comparing myself to a sword? I'm stupid. What about you, Finn? What about me? Where did you meet your sword? Meet? I don't feel that's the right way to talk about a sword. I tried to ignore my envy and thought about the question. Mail order, I guess. What? The Euclid Company publishes a catalog. I found it in there. It said it was designed for adult males, so I just sort of... She's mad at me. I can absolutely see it in her expression. I'm sorry. I haven't said anything, but I will. Cyrus took a deep breath and punched me in the ribs with her elbow. Your weapon of life and death is something mass-produced that you bought from a catalog? Well, I'm just a rank 1 officer, so I figured that I wouldn't really get in any date. Finn, just answer yes or no. Yes, I did. Yeah, I suspected it would be something like that. Huh. Cyrus began by pointing at the hilt of my sword. The hilt is too thin. You've got fairly large hands, so you need a thicker grip for power and control. The sword is also too short. You're tall enough to wield a longer blade. I see. I'm serious. If even I can see these things, what are you going to do if you have to fight someone competent? He's going to laugh just looking at you. Cyrus thought about it for a moment. All right. I'll get you a sword that's right for you. Well, I'll order it from the blacksmith, but still. But I'm fine, honestly. This is enough. Maybe you think so, but I don't. My partner and I are one in body and soul. I want you to carry something that you can depend on. Besides, I want you to care about swords. Nothing would make me happier than if you come to like the things I like. Cyrus. You're my partner. You're important to me. I see. Her smile was pure. She had no ulterior motives, no secret plans. That's exactly what makes it so hard sometimes. That and everything else is why I love Cyrus. Cyrus had a sword made for me as promised. I quickly got used to using it and realized just how much better it fit me. I understood what she meant when she called hers an extension of her body. I hope I can find her. I heard footsteps behind me. Brandenburg!
Dang, he arrives and he just punches you in the face!
Thank you, Soxon. Appreciate it.
Brandenburg approached me without hesitation and punched me in the face. He hit me again when I stumbled back. I went down on one knee, unable to respond. What? Brandenburg, still silent, stepped on my right hand. Ah!
Your name, Grunt. I said your name.
He went on his tiptoes, and I could hear my fingers breaking. The pain was immense. Ah! Your face.
I can't hear you. Again.
Finn! Finn Euclase!
Must be the hounds training I've heard so much about.
He finally removed his foot from my hand, and I held it to my chest. Ah! I couldn't feel my fingers. They were trembling and not responding to my commands. Why did you?
This is the ritual of hounds.
Hounds?
Yes. It's the first step to make you a dog.
Brandenburg drew his sword and raised it at me. Is he going to kill me? I knew I had to defend myself, but I couldn't hold my sword with broken fingers.
Where is your will to fight? Is being big all that you've got? This is sad. You're worthless. But maybe something can be done with you. It all depends on the dog's owner, and that's me. I'm very generous to my dogs if they serve me well. I'll need to train you personally to make you a good dog. Consider it an honor.
Ah!
Okay. Well, then. Man, Brandenburg was busy in the beginning. He had Cyrus in his cell, and he had Finn somewhere. Man, guy has too much time on his hands. Okay, so that's interesting. I see why we didn't get that scene the first time through this, because that gives away Finn's feelings really early. And the fact that he's definitely a Gandari. Oh my god, are you serious again, boyo? Thank goodness I did that one scene with Ulrich, because otherwise, this is just the Finn show. Well, I mean, I did wonder, like, what the training involves, so I guess I'm getting my answers now. Buckle up, everybody. I'm sure it's gonna get worse somehow.
Where am I? I was alone in a void. It was as though the world had been drenched in darkness. No. I'm blindfolded. That's it. I was also gagged. I could hear voices. They're close. Who is that? I probably don't know them. I had been horribly abused by Brandenburg on the day I'd arrived to join the Hounds. He dragged me to his headquarters and into a cell, then degraded me almost to the point of death. He'd torn my flesh and broken my bones. It was incredible to me that I was still alive. Yes. And then he brought me to the doctor.
That was you, wasn't it? That was you when she was like, oh, that poor man. Called it.
My other senses slowly came back to me. I'm lying on a bed. Am I shackled? Who's talking?
The blindfold also covered my ears, muffling any sound. That frustrated me. Ow! Ow, ow, ow! Along with the return of my senses came the pain. I bit down on the gag, trying to bear the agony, but that only made it harder. I felt as if I was being crushed. No. No, 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 no. What did I do to deserve this? What did I do? Help me, Cyrus.
Don't overexert yourself. All the best, Cyrus.
What did he...
Thank you.
Oh. Yes. It's her. I'm sure. Cyrus. She's here. Cyrus is here.
What was that?
Oh, sorry. I have someone seriously injured. They're recovering.
Please find me. Hey, Cyrus. I'm right here. What could I do? How could I show her I was there? How could I get her to rescue me? How?
Yes, I agree. Well, I must tend to him now. Serenas. Okay. I will escort her out. Bye.
Okay. Thanks, Plassad.
No! Don't leave, please! Don't leave me here!
Bye, Felicia.
I can't hear her anymore. She's gone. My hope evaporated and my body went limp again. The only thing I had left was the pain filling my body. I heard the curtain being drawn back.
Alright, Plassad, are you gonna reveal your true colors in a second?
My blindfold was removed. The sudden flash of light forced my eyelids closed. It's so bright.
Please don't do that, alright? Ugh, you're drooling.
The doctor ripped out my gag and threw it in the bin.
I told you to behave yourself.
You didn't Ah! He yanked at the bandages wrapped around my wounded abdomen. Another bolt of pain shot through me.
Even this guy. Wow. Dang. Whew. Everyone's tough down here in the depths, man.
No, I did. Apparently, you were unconscious, though. This is too rough to be of any use for your recovery. Honestly, the hounds need to learn how to treat wounds correctly, don't you think? This just wastes our supplies.
The doctor peeled away the blood-stained layers until the wound was bare. He contemplated the red fissure for a while.
Oh my. This is a deep slice. I'll suture it.
Stop. The pain. No more pain.
Of course. Not.
Ah!
Saxon ordered me. No stopping the pain.
Ordered?
Yes. I'm under orders. You're to heal as fast as possible and don't get any anesthetic. It's a little irregular, but since it won't interfere with your recovery, I'm not concerned.
Why does... me?
Who knows? I'm not Saxon. I wouldn't know. But... I suppose he sees potential in you.
Potential?
Yes. You're a big guy, but you're a timid coward. That could be an act for all I know, though.
Oh god, even he gets the crazy eyes? You gotta be kidding me with this.
I'm curious to see what you'll be like when that's stripped away. Saxon probably has a similar goal. That's why he's doing this. He's going to break you down to nothing to find the animal underneath. He'll make something magnificent out of you. You should be happy.
No, I won't be a dog.
But you will. There is no escape.
Ah!
Does that hurt? It does, I'm sure. Remember the pain and give it to others. Then you will be free of it. You will be a great hound, worthy of the hounds. You won't be a human. You will be a beast with claws and fangs, hunting its prey. You will submit. Cast your sanity and humanity aside.
No, I'm a man, not a dog. I don't want to wreak havoc on others like Brandenburg does. I want to run away. Disappear. Why is this happening to me? I want to be myself! Please rescue me, Cyrus.